Hello everybody, welcome to this video. This is Aritra Banerjee from Tamil Bhumi and I welcome you to the world of data science. This is the second video of the series, and in the previous video I had walked you through what data science is, the basic concept of data science, how data is being gathered and processed and being used by the companies. In this second video, I will show you and I will discuss with you the stages of the life cycle of a data science project. And also, I will discuss with you some very interesting data science applications or data science use cases that we come across from a day to day or on a daily basis. Right. So, without further ado, let's start on with this video. Firstly, the life cycle of a data science project. Now, as we are aware, most of us watching this video is a software engineer, and we know that there are several processes to a software engineering uh, project, right? There are several stages in the life cycle of a software engineering process. Data science is no different. There are various stages in the life cycle of a data science project, and the first stage is problem definition. In this stage, we try to identify the business problem which we are trying to solve using data science techniques. Now, the business problem can be of various types. So for example, uh, what will be the sales of a company in the next 1 year or 2 years? Next, what kind of customers to target for to run a particular campaign? Then, when to launch a new product, or how is my current product doing in the market? What is the sentiment of customers towards my product, and so on. So, this is where the this is the stage where the problem is identified and structured. Right? The next stage is data exploration. Now, once the problem has been identified, the next stage comes gathering and exploring the various data sets available in the market. The data can be uh, primary source, that is from within the organization, or the organization can go to other sources, secondary or tertiary sources of data. Those are usually paid, or there may be cases where the data is free as well. Now, to solve a particular business problem, we need adequate data and data which is in line with the problem definition. So, for example, if our problem definition is uh, how do we understand which particular customers will default on a loan? So we will need the previous history of financial history of the customer and not the customer demographics, right? So these are the kind of problems, or these are the kind of issues that we tackle in the data exploration stages, where we strive to collect the relevant data and information which will help us solve the business problem at hand, right? Next stage is the data preparation stage. Now, in the data preparation stage, we basically wrangle the data and massage the data to suit our business problem. Now, the data that we have procured in the previous data exploration stage can be skewed. It can have, and it can have missing data points, or it can have data outliers as well. And also, the granularity of the data can be at a different level from what we want. Now, what do I mean by the granularity of a data? Well, for example, let's take this case. We need to predict the yearly sales of a company for the next couple of years, right? And for that, we have gathered data, which is at a sales data, which is at a daily level, right? Now, we need to change the granularity of the data from daily to yearly to predict the next year's sales. Now, this is what I mean by changing the granularity of the data. So that's one problem that we face. Second problem can be that the data might have outliers. Now, outliers means the data which show extreme behaviors. Few data points will show extreme behaviors as compared to the rest of the data. Now, there are several ways to treat outliers. We can choose to drop these outliers data from the other are tested and validated. Apart from that, we may also face issues of missing data. Now, say for example, data which is usually captured manually can have a lot of missing data. Now, we need to take a call, or we need to decide on whether we should keep these data points in our analysis or we need to drop them. In case we decide to keep these data points, we need to impute the missing data points. Those can be done by either taking an average of the remaining data points, or there are other statistical ways to uh, impute data, such as imputation and whatnot. Now, these three stages, the problem definition, the data exploration, and the data preparation, these three stages take the almost say 60 to 70% of the uh, life cycle of a data science project. Right? Once these three stages are done, the next stage comes the data modeling. Now, in this stage, what we do is we actually apply the statistical or the machine learning techniques to arrive at our conclusion. Right. So there are several techniques that we can usually apply based on the kind of problem at hand. If it's a prediction problem, we can apply statistical techniques like regressions, decision tree, random forest, neural networks, and whatnot. If it's a clustering mechanism, we can apply unsupervised learning such as hierarchical clustering, k-means clustering, and so on. The next stage of our project is the validation stage, where we basically validate the model that we have built against a new data source. So in the data preparation stage itself, we divide our data set into training and testing data sets. Now, in the modeling stage, we develop the model using the training data set. And the testing data set is used in the validation stage to test whether our model that we have built is working correctly or not, right? And lastly, once we are satisfied that our model is correct, we need to implement this model to production scenario and work on its maintenance. So in a nutshell, these are the various life cycles of a data science project, starting from identifying the business problem to gathering the relevant data, preparing the data to suit our needs, building statistical models to arrive at the conclusion, testing those models, and implementing and maintaining the models in production scenario. So moving on, next we will see some use cases of data science that we come across almost on a day-to-day basis. The first use case is so in uh, in the digital world, most of us have accounts in Netflix and Amazon, right? So almost everybody nowadays, we prefer watching videos or movies or web series online instead of have downloading and having them on our laptops and our handheld devices like mobiles and tablets, right? So Netflix is a very popular source of online video streaming platform, right? And then comes Amazon. Uh, E-commerce is now the work of the day, right? So we hardly go to any brick and mortar stores to buy our stuff. We prefer doing that online using e-commerce platforms like Flipkart, Amazon, Myntra, and whatnot, right? So you might have noticed that once you start using these online platforms, so for example, once you start using Netflix and you've watched a few, say, movies or web series, the next time that you log in, you automatically get an option which says that top picks or most recommended movies or most recommended web series for you. Similarly, when you use Amazon and you have bought, say, 3 to 4 items from Amazon, the next time that you log in, you'll see that you get an option where it says that these are items listed below are the recommended items for you to buy, right? Now, how does Netflix know which video kind of videos or which kind of movies you would like watching, or how does Amazon know that which kind of items you would like to buy? They do this by analyzing your previous activities. Netflix analyzes what kind of movies or web series you have watched and then recommends specific movies and series for you. Similarly, Amazon analyzes what kind of items that you have bought and recommends the items that you would like to buy in future. These are called recommender systems. This is a classic use case of a data science companies, organizations using data science to enhance customer experience while using their websites or using their products. Moving on, many of us go to the supermarket to buy our groceries and our day-to-day stuff, right? Or we also, as I spoke in the previous slide, we also would like to buy stuff online using e-commerce platforms like Big Basket and Amazon Grocery and so on, right? So whenever you buy stuff online, say using Amazon or using Big Basket, you will find that whenever you have already have some items in your cart, you almost every time you'll get an option saying that customers who have bought these items which are already in your cart have also bought these, right? So if you buy, say, bread, it'll give you an option to buy eggs or milk or banana, right? Similarly, this happens also when you walk into a superstore or walk into a supermarket, say. You'll always find these kind of items which are dissimilar in all other ways. Say bread and egg, bread and milk, bread and banana, eggs and banana. They are usually stocked together, right? No, these are dissimilar items, right? Now, what is that makes them so similar that supermarkets they put them in the same category? These are specifically items which we have for breakfast, right? Bread, eggs, milk, banana. These are items which we usually have in our breakfast, and customers have purchased these items together in the past. So these supermarkets, or these online retail online stores, they analyze the other customers' behavior, what they have bought as a group, and then once you have bought something similar, they will try to recommend that okay, since you have bought bread, you might need eggs, or you might need banana, or you might need milk. This is a classic case of market basket analysis, wherein they put different items which customers have bought together frequently in one basket and try to recommend them to you. Right. Next, again, you might have seen that you might have received emails or messages about from companies saying that okay, you are a valued customer. So for this particular from this particular day to this particular day, you will get this particular discount if you buy if you buy from our website or if you buy something from our stores. Now you will find that very few people have received these kind of promotions. Now, how do companies identify whom to target? Now, companies usually do an extensive customer profiling and segment or group customers into specific, say, clusters. And this can be done by understanding how what kind of relationship a particular customer has with the company, how many times or she has bought items from the company, and so on and so forth. Now, by clustering customers into specific buckets, organizations can very easily target target which customers to run promotions at. And this is called this is a classic case of customer segmentation. This helps organizations understand customer behavior, understand customer demographics, and bucket them into specific categories, and then target the most loyal customers for paid promotion. So these are few very interesting and most common use cases that we come across most common use cases of data science that we come across on a almost a day-to-day basis. Hope this helps to all of you data science enthusiasts out there, and we'll come up with similar videos in the future. And do let us know how to improve these videos. Do let us know what all else or what extra things we can improve to make these videos even better and help you in your journey in data science. Stay tuned to this channel. We'll be back with more interesting things on data science. Have a nice day. Bye.